Because okay, all right, don't worry. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. All right, all right. Thank you. Wow, sorry for that. I think that I had some challenges in loading. Once again, you are welcome. I celebrate every one of us for making our time to be on the call this morning. And I hope it's been a wonderful session all the past 2 days. And today is going to be another wonderful session. I want to appreciate you for showing up. Before the call, I've seen about 4 persons waiting, and then I know others will continue to join. I'm super duper happy to really have you here. Thank you very much because it takes commitment for you to sacrifice to be on the call right now. It means you have a lot of commitment to yourself and to your personal development. I take it not for granted. I hope by the grace of God you get so much value on this call that is going to transform your life in this new year and beyond. Actually, what we're doing is preparing presently now. What we're doing is preparing ourselves for that process of what we want to become. We said the theme is financial intelligence for smart parents. And I believe quite a number of us there, we are that smart parents. You are concerned about your children's future. And then if you're going to be smart, you want to also be financially empowered also to be able to do your own bits. That as you are empowering your children, you are empowering yourself also. So quickly, in the last 2 days, we will be focusing on goal setting. For those of you that are connecting for the first time, my name is Olushola Popola, a chartered accountant, investment advisor, and also a life coach. And under the auspices of Read Vision, we are working to train people to have financial knowledge and become financial coaches. And of course, for you to be a financial coach, you need to you need to have some basic knowledge about financial coaching. At the end of this whole training, you should be a financial coach yourself. All right. So good morning once again. Kenny B, I can see you. Salahu, I can see you. And just you can just drop a comment there. Let me see those on the call. I can just see those that make a comment. Thank you for showing up. All right. So once again, there's always a once again. You are welcome. You are welcome to the call. And just like I said, this day 3, and we'll be looking at some very vital 5 steps that will help you in the accomplishment of your goals. In the last days, we talked about you having you having the right mindset, and we talked about you setting smart goals. That you should set smart goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. If you have not watched those first 3 days, sorry, the first 2 days, I want to, yes, 3 days now. If you've not watched it, please go and watch it now. Immediately after this training, you go and watch it. We talk about the mindset for the right financial the right mindset for the financial intelligence. We talked about that. So you go watch it. And please, I wish you do something. Subscribe. When you subscribe, anytime we're going on air, you are going to be seeing it so that you can be part of it. And also, we talked about you having desire, very strong desire about the goal that you want to achieve. You must have desire, you must develop some certain skill set in the area of your goal, and you must have faith. You must have faith, believing in that thing that you have in you all it takes to become successful in your field. So having those in mind, having those things in mind, what we'll be looking at today is what are some of the things that you still need to do to ensure that goal is achieved. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to you from the standpoint of somebody who has experienced it. Of many a times we try, we put up things. I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to achieve that. But at the end, you see that even though they told you to write down the goal, you actually wrote down the goals. You wrote down the goals. You did everything that you were asked to do, but at the end, you didn't achieve it. What are the things? Why are goals not? The things we're going to be addressing now is going to help you to address that part of it. That makes, what are those things that hinders your goals from being achieved? Quickly, let's just take one or two things. I'm going to quickly share my. I'm going to quickly share my screen so that you can have a view of this. And remember, as we go with the definition, with our definition of what success is to us. As we said, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So, if anything that you want, in anything that you want to achieve, you want to know that this ideal is worth it. So, what are the ingredients for success as far as goal set concerned? The vital ingredients to achieve any goal. Number one, we said the goals itself. Write the vision, make it plain. And we always say, make sure that you are specific with your goals. How specific are you? This is what I want to do. And the thing that one aspect, the aspect I would like you to take note of, especially as far as writing your goals is concerned. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to monitor that. One of the things I want you to consider is, the last time I talked, I said you should set at least 10 goals. When you are writing out 10 goals, you in the area of your health, two major goals you want to achieve in the year in the area of your health. Two major things you want to achieve in the area of your finance. Two major areas goals in the area of your career or business. Two major goals you want to achieve as regards to your family. So by the time you put two of these categories down, you would have addressed about 10 goals that you want to achieve. Now, looking at these 10, you are going to look at which one is most important, that if this one can be resolved, every other thing will be taken care of. So you want to pay attention to that particular kind of goal. Now, talking about that, if you are not specific about your goal, you are just like a pilot who gets into the airport, into the plane, and it does not have a destination. A pilot will always tell you, I'm flying to the UK, I'm flying to Kano, I'm flying to this. He knows where he's going. We've addressed that a lot. But the other things we're going to be looking at now are the things that we make these goals to be achievable. And the first one we'll be looking at, that I want us to look at, is a band together, S plus T plus P. What does S stand for? S stands for strategy. Strategy. T stands for tactics. The tactics. And P stands for process. For any goal you want to achieve, let's say your goal is, I want to save for my children I want to save for the future of my children. And maybe in the next 10 years, because you must have this long-term goals, short-term goals, medium-term goals. So I want to save for my children 10 million naira each. 10 million naira, and that's the goal, to save 10 million naira. Maybe my children are in primary school, and I'm looking at, by the time they get to secondary school, by the time they get to university or at graduation, I don't want them to go work. I want to start them up with a business. It is true, some persons can have 10 million naira to go and give your child to go and start up a business. But is it everybody that does that? Is it everybody that has that? So you begin to make preparation. If anything happens in the future, God helps you, you can bring the lump sum, great. But before then, can you do something gradually? These are the things that we're going to be talking about in this financial training. So if my target is 10 million, I've set the goal. What is the strategy? What is the strategy to achieving this goal? Okay, to achieve 10 million, what am I going to be doing? Okay, the strategy is I have to save. I have to save. Fine. Or another strategy is, if I can get a lump sum of money now and I put it in an investment, I'm talking about strategy. Now, I'm thinking of what to do to be able to achieve. Which strategy will I use to achieve my goal? My income is 1 million naira monthly. I have a goal to times 3 my income. I have a goal to times 5 my income. So that means if my income is 1 million naira, if my income is $5,000, I want to times 3 that income. I'm talking, okay, $5,000, I want to times 3, that gives me $15,000. I'm not doing $15,000 now. So what strategy will I use? Am I going to get another job? Am I going to start another business? What kind of business do I want to do? An online business? An offline business? What do I do? What am I going to do? The strategy. Then you now come to the tactics. What are the tactics? Fine, I have the strategy. I have the niche. I have what to do. Now, what are the tactics I'm going to use to build it into what I'm currently doing? Okay, the tactics I'm going to use is this. I will wake up in the morning. Of course, I have a 9-to-5 job. My 9-to-5 job will not allow me to do any other job. So, and this business, if it's an online business that I want to do, what time am I going to have for it? I now begin to do the tactics. What tactics? What will I do? Do I need a mentor? Who do I meet? The tactics to achieving your goal. And then the last one is the process. What process? Process is the same thing as plan. Remember the 5 P's. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Proper planning prevents poor performance. I begin to make the plans. Okay, every day, this is what I'm going to be doing. 9 to 5, 7 to 8. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. You begin to make plans for yourself. Now, the mistake that most persons will think is, I don't have the technical skill to be able to do this myself. I don't have the technical skill to be able to strategize to do this tactical thing. This is where the place of mentorship is necessary. You need a mentor. See, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to achieve goals that you have not achieved before. And by the way, when you are setting your goals, don't set goals that are within your reach. You set goals that are bigger than you. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason is this. When the capacity that God has put into you is so much. When you set goals, you stretch yourself out of your limits. You cannot be successful in your comfort zone. You've got to leave that comfort zone and get into that area that will stretch your thinking. When your thinking is stretched, it brings about the best of you. Do you know this elastic rubber? The elastic rubber is just like that. This I think it's elastic rubber, elastic whatever. That stuff that women use it to tie their hair and things, use it to band things. When you leave it, it's just like that. It becomes at its best when it is stretched. Ladies and gentlemen, why is it that it's when you are challenged, when there's a challenge somewhere, you begin to think very fast. You begin to think that, why did you think that way before? Somebody is pressing you. That's when you begin to think. You are challenged to think. That is how humans are created. When we are challenged, that's when we give our best. So you set those goals that are bigger than you. By the time when you set the goals that are bigger than you, your mind begins to activate. Your reticular activative system begin to work faster. How am I going to achieve it? Listen, if the mind of a man can conceive a thing, the man can achieve it. If you can conceive that you can earn ₦1,000,000 monthly, if you can conceive it that you can earn $10,000 monthly, if you can conceive it, come, listen to me, you can achieve it. You can achieve it. There's nothing that a man makes up his mind to do that will not be achieved. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let anybody talk you down. I'm going to still get to that. So make sure your goals are challenging. Your goals are challenging and it's going to be worth it. Then you strategize, you get the tactics to achieve it, and then you have the process. Now, these two parts are the things that we have discussed in the last few days when we talked about the desire, that you must have a desire for the goals. You must have what we call the skill set. All these things are enveloped inside that place. So where you don't have a skill set, where you don't know how to strategize, where you don't understand the tactics, that is where mentors are needed. You don't need to bring it up yourself. A mentor can guide you. We always say this, that those that have mentors will not lack methods. Those that have mentors will not lack methods. For a Muhammad Ali in the boxing ring, there's a coach outside there. For those for footballers that are playing on the field, there's a coach outside there. Who is that coach that has gone that route before that will help you? Now, the next thing, this is most important. I want to tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. The main reason why a lot of goals are not achieved is because of this next point. People write wonderful goals. We write beautifully well. You make positive confession. I can do it. I can do all things. I will do this. I'm able to do this and this. But many persons are unable to achieve goals based on habits. Ladies and gentlemen, the man that can conquer habits has conquered himself. He has conquered the world. What are the habits you have? As we go into this 90 days training, there are habits that you need to drop. There are new habits that you need to pick up. Habits. A man can have beautiful written goals, but with the wrong habits. Oh, yeah, that is my nature. That is how, that's how I do. That is how you do is what has brought you to where you are now. For you to live where you are now, you have to take a new form of habit. My mentor told me, he said, you can't continue doing the same thing the same way and expect a different result. If I don't sleep 8 hours, my body know they do me well. I have to sleep. I have to, in fact, I have to sleep 8 hours a day. And you are where you are. Ladies and gentlemen, no, if I have not done this, what are the habits? As an individual planning to have financial success, planning to integrate this financial success and intelligence into your children, one of the things that you need to do is to identify what are the habits that I have that has brought me to where I am. For some of us, it might be procrastination. When there's something to do, I am going to do it. Excuse me. I will do it. I will do it. But you never get it done. It could be the habits. What are some of the habits that keeps you down? It could be one of the habits you have is When you wake up, the first thing you are looking at is you are picking your phone. You know, it's as some of us, it's as if somebody was they message us in the night. Whether some angels or spirits are giving you message, the first thing you do is once you are waking up, your hand is going straight to your phone, and you sit down with your phone for the first 30 minutes. For the first 30 minutes of the day, you are checking and looking at your phone. That's what you are doing. Looking at conversations and things like that. Ladies and gentlemen, that might be one of the things that is challenging you to challenging your success. By the time you open those mails, those messages, you are looking and chatting and looking. 30 minutes of the day is gone. And before you know it, that has set the tone for the day. So, ladies and gentlemen, one of the things you need to do, please, I need to know that you are hearing me. If you are hearing me clearly, can you just type yes clearly, or you just type yes in the chat box, please? If you can hear me clearly, I have a feeling. Okay, awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you very much. All right.